Your words will carry your wealth. The life lessons that God has given you is a currency in your hands. God ordained that life itself would teach you powerful lessons. And in your life, every success and failure, the seasons of regret, reward, even those terrible struggles, they are God's vehicle to deposit wisdom into you. Those lessons are definitely not random. They're meant to become a lifeline for other people. There's this profound verse I want to give you today, Proverbs 11:26, that says, "He that withholds the corn, the people will curse him, but blessing will be upon the head of him that sells it." Did you catch it? There's a blessing on the one that sells it. So in your story, what your wealth is in that life experience. And so your story is unique. Every one of you, you're made that way. Nobody else has lived it with your exact mix of circumstances, what happened to you, the seasons of difficulty, the seasons of joy, the resources you've utilized, the relationships you've had. You're terrifically unique. You're peculiar. You're set apart. You have no competition. And within your story, there are these key transferable assets that the Bible helps us understand. Number one is wisdom. People paid Solomon millions and millions for his wisdom. They understood wisdom is a container, it's a currency. And your wisdom is basically captured in what you would advise others. What is that? What is your message? Second area, in addition to wisdom, that is a transferable asset, is warnings. What to avoid. And that's based on your scars. Those are all of my stories. What I shouldn't have done in real estate, what I shouldn't have done in parenting, et cetera, et cetera. So much of my mindset, teaching, and content is birthed out of what I shouldn't have done out of fear, shouldn't have done out of intimidation, shouldn't have, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So the Bible talks about warnings. And then the third way is what I'm calling ways, which is the method, your tested methodologies and strategies or systems that you created. So together, these three areas form your personal philosophy, which is raw material for wealth creation. Now, what your job is to locate your area of excellence. Everyone has got opinions about a lot of different things, but there's only one or two areas where they're actually really rich and truly excellent. And your area of excellence will show up in your life then where you can see, you know what, this is an area of passion. Your area of excellence is marked by those areas of excitement. What have you studied? That's your area of excellence. Mentorship is an area of excellence there. How are you helping, impacting other people? Trial and error. People get frustrated and irritated and too quickly, but there's certain areas in which you persisted in trial and error and you got repeatable results in some areas of your life. That is your area of excellence. Then you can look at your life and you can write down what is the purpose connection. That's your area of prosperity and fulfillment. That's where your abundance comes when you locate that domain and turn it into a lifeline for others. I've called it a purpose connection for a reason, because it's where other people can find a connection with your purpose, because your purpose connects with their purpose. And when you find your area of excellence, you've basically effectively found your purpose in life. And here's what Proverbs teaches. It teaches these two components of warning and then this is the way. Here is the warning, this is the way. This is gold for whatever you want to teach people, however you want to impact people, however you want to influence people. There's these components that you can use, two components, the warning and the way. And so the Proverbs of the Bible are these wisdom containers, and each one has inside of it something to avoid and something to pursue, something that's a warning, something that's the way. And in human psychology, that the literature we read, that the counselors, the teachers we have, they move us to avoid pain and pursue pleasure. That's the pattern over and over. They get that from the Bible. That's the truest, pure, undiluted form of warning and the way. So to be effective in your teaching and in your instruction, your coaching, your counseling, your content should always include those components. A warning, that's the pain to avoid, and a way. That's the desirable outcome to pursue. So where do you see this? Proverbs 11:26 says it again, tells you to avoid hoarding what others need in that passage I gave you. Avoid keeping it to yourself. There's a curse on that. But take what you have and sell it, Proverbs 11:26. That's where people will praise you. They'll bless you because you're providing what helps them and the market is set up to pay you for it. This is huge if you just capture this. Now, if you understand the economic era we're in, this is going to put a fire under you because we went through the agricultural age. You please understand this, where wealth had to come from owning land and you had to be among an elite class. Remember, in history, then we went through the industrial age. Wealth had to come from creating factories and the mass production of units of products, and that was, again, only for the very most wealthy. Then we went into the digital age where wealth came through tech and through platforms, trading of stocks and shares. But what's happening now, we're in the attention economy. Attention economy. Wealth flows to those who can gather and direct attention. That's why I'm making videos. And so if you understand that the mystery of wealth is tucked away in our history, you'll understand this is the dawn of a new digital era, one of the most phenomenal new seasons of marketplace economy for you to generate phenomenal amounts of wealth if you will just take what is your piece of wisdom and help people by giving them the warning and then the way. And that's what's happening in the attention economy. That's how you can get ahead in that area, because attention is the fastest way to wealth today. Attention, it gives credibility, visibility, sponsorships, marketing. It's like a launch pad for products, and billions are searching daily for new ideas in these areas, health and wealth. I was just literally minutes before this video, I was talking to one of the members of our team here, and I was looking up a replacement microphone for my Osmo DJI 3 little camera on my desk in the other room. And what did I do? I immediately went to ChatGPT. ChatGPT gave me a couple of links to the DJI website, to Amazon. And I know billions of you are doing the same thing, searching for the solution, for the idea, for inspiration, for money, relationships. And that's how this works. One idea can shift a paradigm and just unlock the breakthrough. And influencers are building multi-million-dollar brands from sharing simple but transformational ideas. My question to you is, do you want to be one of them? Think about this. Think about selling water, right? It's like the acronym of water that I wrote in my notes is wisdom, advice, training, and educational resources. That's what ideas are like. They're vital like water, but they're wasted unless they're contained. So if you package your ideas, your books, your courses, your podcasts, your programs, go through a very small amount of pain and tenacity to just package it, then you will be among those many people making a lot of money because you've made that product into something that's transferable to the marketplace and therefore profitable. And so the principle I want you to take away today is packaging has to happen, and that's what will precede your pricing and your promotion. So what I want you to do from this video is identify, let's say, your top 5 life lessons. Write it down right now. Categorize them as wisdom and as warnings and as ways. What is the wisdom? What is the warning? And what is the way they should walk in? And then look at it. Pray. Pinpoint your excellence. Where do you have the deepest scars and the strongest victories? Because that's your lane. And then package your water, because it's wasted if you don't, right? So start putting your wisdom into a container. Create a PDF today. Make a video today. My first few dozens of videos were so bad. I was just jittery, shaky. I didn't know what's going on. But you just press through and start making good videos. You can make frameworks and you can create signature talks that will be tremendously valuable for people. And what you'll be doing then is providing them to people so that you can start to leverage the attention economy. Publish them consistently because that visibility is going to create credibility for you. And then don't give them away, sell them. Don't despise selling. So in that passage in Proverbs 11:26, that is the truth that teaches that blessing comes to the one who sells the corn, not who just hoards it, not just who gives it free, but who sells it. So come on, child of God, you've got this. Your scars are literally someone else's survival guide. And your wisdom is someone else's wealth. If you end up hiding it, other people are going to miss their breakthrough. But if you package it, if you sell it and steward it well, then you're going to step into your purpose and it's going to become your provision. So get on it.